The discovery of diamonds in 1867 and gold in 1886 changed the face of South Africa's economy almost overnight. In the north, Johannesburg sprang up and boomed as a result of the gold rush. 100 years later, this city of almost 2 million looks more like a European capital than an old gold town. Johannesburg and nearby Sun City boast the best in international quality hotels and shopping to attract tourists. Here in the country's major center, you can also find anything from African curios to the latest in modern technology. Shopping on the street or in sophisticated malls, the mix of cultures is always evident. Johannesburg is also proud of its particularly vibrant art scene with actors, musicians, and dancers that compare with the best in the world. Just a few hours east of this fast-moving city, the pace slows right down as you step back into the heart of Africa. Here in the province of the Eastern Transvaal are some of the most spectacular game reserves in the world. Kruger National Park is South Africa's largest game reserve. It measures 8,000 square miles, slightly larger than the state of Massachusetts. Here the animals roam free, living wild in their habitats. A drive through any of South Africa's game parks, like Pinda Reserve or Mala Mala, offers an education in the wild.
There are quite a number of what they call dugger boys, which are old males who've been pushed out of the herd. They eventually get pushed out by the younger, stronger males, and they get tired of really being bullied.
Within these parks, you can view lions from a jeep or track the black rhinoceros on foot.
Giraffe right there, look. There.
Out here, Africa is proud of its big five: lion, leopard, buffalo, elephant, and rhino, so named for being the 5 most dangerous animals in Africa. Unlike much of the rest of Africa, South Africa conserves its animals and environment successfully. It does this with ongoing education and tight controls to keep out poachers. In general education, South Africa still faces some challenges. Working to improve access for all, children go to school for 12 years. Most schools are state-funded, although there are private schools as well. Students almost always wear school uniforms. After high school, students can continue their education at a number of South African colleges and universities. South Africans take advantage of the mild climate for many outdoor activities. Here, the locals enjoy being outdoors. South Africans are great sports fans and are very proud of their famous athlete. Because of positive changes in the country, South Africans were finally allowed to compete in the 1992 Olympics for the first time in more than 30 years. The majority of South Africans live in urban areas. These areas are more dense on the south and eastern sides of the country. They center around larger towns like Durban, Port Elizabeth, and East London, all on the coast. The rest of the population lives in rural areas, mostly in small, simple houses or mud huts with thatched roofs. The rural people are usually subsistence farmers. Their community often centers on a small village like this one called the Oaks. Like any other African country, South Africa has its own problems of population growth and poverty. It is here, on the outskirts of the urban areas, that you will see Africa's biggest challenge, lack of housing. Due to drought and other economic factors, people move to the cities in search of work. Once here, they can only afford to live in makeshift dwellings with no basic services. South Africa hopes to find solutions to these challenges through its rich resources and strong economy. In the years since World War II, South Africa has had one of the most consistently high growth rates in the world. Its national income is one of the highest in Africa. The basis of this strong economy are agriculture, manufacturing, and mining. Gold and diamonds are the best-known minerals produced by South Africa. The country produces 1/3 of the world's total gold and half its diamonds, solely controlled by the De Beers Corporation. South Africa is also very rich in other minerals such as copper, iron ore, manganese, and titanium. Its main trading partners are the U.S., Britain, Germany, and Japan. South Africa also exports corn, wheat, cane sugar, citrus fruits, wool, meat, and grapes. In fact, a picturesque area called Stellenbosch is home to some of the world's oldest grapevines. They were originally planted in the 1600s by Dutch settlers. Beautiful gabled homes are the backdrop to wineries known by South Africans as wine farms. The locals enjoy the excellent wine and brandy produced here. South Africa is also a great supplier and consumer of energy.